Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going on a bit of a detective's journey right in your own home. We're going to uncover some of the unseen, totally silent mechanisms of plant life. Specifically, we're exploring leaf breath at home, revealing transpiration. Now, I know, transpiration. It sounds like a super heavy scientific term, right? But don't worry, we're going to break down exactly how it works, literally using the environment right in front of us. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever actually seen a plant breathe? I mean, it's one thing to just know that plants exchange carbon dioxide and oxygen, right? We all learned that. But actually witnessing that invisible exchange, that is a whole different story. Today, we're shifting gears. We're going from being passive observers to active investigators. We're going to use just a few simple household items to capture biology in action, and honestly, reveal this hidden atmospheric engine that's sitting right there in your living room.
All right, Section 1, Setting up the Experiment.
Okay, let's dive into this. To catch our plant right in the middle of its daily routine, we need to build a trap. A clever, completely harmless trap, of course. So, step 1. Place a healthy, attached leafy branch inside a clear plastic bag. Step 2. Seal the bag gently around the stem. You really don't want to crush it, just kind of create a nice, isolated microenvironment. And step 3. Simply tape it to a sunny windowsill. It's really that easy. These 3 super simple actions are going to allow us to physically track water loss. We're basically forcing the plant to show us exactly what it's releasing into the air around it.
Next up, Section 2, Essential Lab Safety.
Let's move to our procedures and see how this builds a safe and really effective investigation. Because hey, even a living room science experiment requires some strict rules of engagement. First up, just basic foundational safety. Wash your hands. Next, avoid leaving your bag on any heat sources, like a radiator. Natural sunlight is absolutely exactly what we want here, but artificial heat, that will totally ruin the setup. Finally, and I cannot stress this enough, this is absolutely crucial. Discard the isolated plant material right after the experiment. You really need to do this to prevent mold from rapidly developing in that trapped, highly humid environment we just created. Moving right along, Section 3, the condensation reveal. So with our traps safely set, we just wait for that amazing aha moment. After sitting in the sun for a bit, water vapor condenses inside the bag. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that this is our undeniable visual evidence of the plant literally sweating. No joke, you'll actually see real droplets forming right there on the plastic. That invisible moisture that was locked inside the leaf, it's been forced out. And since it has nowhere else to escape, it just condenses right before our eyes. Which brings us to Section 4, the science of transpiration. So what exactly is the microscopic biology making all of this happen? Well, it all comes down to something called stoma activity. And this brilliantly illustrates how those tiny little water droplets we trapped are actually part of a highly sophisticated, built-in biological cooling system. As the plant transpires, it releases vapor through these microscopic leaf pores called stomata. It's honestly a lot like human perspiration. This evaporative cooling prevents the plant's really delicate tissues from overheating when they're sitting out there in that direct, warm sunlight. Really, what we're observing here is a massive continuous water pump, just working tirelessly against gravity. It's incredible. Photosynthesis and transpiration, those are the engines driving the whole thing. So the crucial point is that as water evaporates from the leaves, which, remember, we just saw as condensation in our bag, it actually creates a negative pressure. This upward flow literally pulls more water all the way from the unseen roots all the way up the stem and right out into the leaves. It perfectly closes this incredibly complex loop of plant physiology. So let me leave you with this. Next time you look at a sunny windowsill, will you see the invisible water pump working? Because your houseplants, they aren't just static decorations. No way. They are active, breathing scientific engines. They are relentlessly pulling water up from the earth, cooling themselves down, and literally driving the cycle of life right there in front of you. Keep observing and never stop exploring the absolutely incredible science that's hiding right in plain sight.